I'll get the dinner on soon. Grace!
What do you want? I was trying to finish up.
You ain't finished with those sheets yet?
Well, yeah, I would have, if you didn't keep calling me out. What about her? She just sits there. Why can't she do something?
Leave it, Grace. She ain't strong enough yet.
You're kidding. She's just a little skank.
Don't you call her that.
But that's what she is. Can't you see it? She's just a skank.
You need to have some care. I mean, what if it were you out there alone in them woods?
Well, with a face like hers, I'd expect it.
That's enough. Now you can finish those sheets and then you go.
Hey! You! Yeah, you! In here! Skank. Skank. Skank.
Sybil?
Oh. Look at them. They're made for each other.
That's enough.
Well, Frank,
I've seen you out there. You've got nothing better to do with your time?
Well, I was just wondering about a girl, you know.
You can put those thoughts out of your head. And you need to stop creeping round.
Well, why should I? It was me what found her.
And how did that go again?
It was nothing. She was just lying there.
Did you touch her?
No, nothing like that. I just found her. You know, I picked her up. You know, I brought her into town, and but you're not supposed to keep hold of her.
And what did you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. I mean, but not this. I thought I'd found someone for me. You know, someone for myself. You know, I've never had that before.
You can leave that, Frank. She needs a mother's touch.
Yeah, but you ain't her mama.
No, but I'm the closest that she's got.
Well, but then go and find your own.
You act like she's some trinket to be found and played with. She's a person, Frank. A human being.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I want her. You know, if you want somebody, then make your own.
This girl, she were brung to me for a reason. Like a prayer answered.
Yeah, guess what? And I'm the one what sprung her.
And now, you can go. You can have a few coins for your trouble.
No, I don't want your money.
What then? She is not for sale.
But why don't we let her choose?
She has not got the mind for it. So you just sit down out of harm's way. I'll fetch my purse.
Frank, the skank. Skank. What are you looking at me for?
Oi, you can leave her alone.
Why? So you can get your hands
Look,
on her?
I won't tell you again.
I bet you've got no idea what to do with a girl, have you?
No, look, it's not like that with me and her.
Do you know how to make a girl feel special?
What?
Do you know how to care for her? Can you whisper in her ear?
Look!
Like this?
Look, leave me alone! Go on, get away, I won't tell you again.
Gracie, you up to your old tricks again?
Yeah.
I ain't done nothing.
You better not have. You get back there and finish your work.
What? Miss all the goings on?
If you're not careful, you'll feel the back of my hand, my girl.
I felt a lot worse than that.
Frank? For your trouble.
Well, I was thinking about getting a new car.
Thinking of going travelling, are you?
Well, yeah, maybe.
You better not be thinking of taking her away with you.
Look, the girl's free to come if she wants.
You can leave it. Listen to me good. She's staying here. This girl's suffered enough.
But you ain't even let her speak.
That's because she never says anything.
What would you know?
I'll give you this. If you can drag a word out of her mouth, I'll buy the cart myself.
You serious? Because I had her speaking once.
And what was it exactly that she said?
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense.
Well, it's a bit like you then, isn't it? I think you should leave.
But it's the truth, you ain't even heard it.
If you get a word from her lips,
Right?
you can have my blessing.
Okay. I can do that.
No.
No, it's fine.
No, wait. No, she's got an infant's mind.
Yeah, well, so have I can get her speaking. Hello. You know me, right? It's Frank. Yeah? It's Frank. Tell all these people what my name is. Come on, you can do it. I know you can.
You're making a mockery of her.
No, it's fine. She can speak. Come on, say Frank. Come on. Say it. Come on. She did it.
I've heard clearer farts than that.
Well, look, who's this? Who's she? Come on, who's this? Who's it?
See.
Is it?
See.
Yeah, she...
No, that ain't talking.
The skank just tried to say your name. Now you'll have to let her go.
Right. Come on. Don't worry about them. Look at me. Look at me. Relax. Calm. Yeah? No one's here to hurt you. Just try and say something. Come on. Say something. Come on.
Skank!
It's talking now.
Hey. Hey.
Frank!
Hey. What are you doing? Nothing.
I've done a picture.
Come on, we haven't got time for this. Look, come on, no hijinks anymore. Come on, we've got to go. Quickly, get some stuff together. Come on. Come on. She's going to be here soon.
I saw the cart across the street. You planning on making the getaway?
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it.
But on your own?
Well, no, the lady's more than welcome to come if she wants.
She stays here with me.
Lord, I don't want any of this, you know, I don't want... Look, I don't want to hurt you.
If it's a fight you want.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. You know, I don't want it. I just want what's best. You know, what's best for her. Why can't we let her choose?
Well,
I've done a picture.
she has not got the mind for
Come
this.
on, look, what are you doing with that?
I'm going to protect my own.
No, come on, stop this.
No.
I don't want any of this.
She's the only one that's brought me comfort. You can't have her. No, she's my life. This is my home.
A dream. I had a dream. I was out walking in the fields by the edge of town, and a rabbit runs out from the trees. He wants to hide under my dress. I had on this long white gown, like a fairy tale, and the rabbit runs right inside. I stood still so as not to tread on him. A few seconds later, these two foxes run out from the brush and they start looking up and down. I was trembling, and they say, "Have you seen a rabbit?" And I just shake my head, no. I could tell what they wanted. They come up close and were sniffing around. See, I couldn't move in case the rabbit was seen or hurt. The foxes look real wild and say, "We know what's up your skirt." And I say, "What's up there is none of your business." One of them bares his teeth and says, "Why don't you just let us do our job?" And I say, "What's that?" Up close, his eyes are like diamonds. And he says, "It's the way of things." And that's when they start to bite through the dress. And that's when I wake up.
Don't have to worry no more.
But they're coming.
Who? Who's coming?
The animals.
I won't let them hurt you.
But I'm afraid. I can't tell the foxes from the rabbits.
My name is Ovid. I'm a Roman poet. Transformation is my theme. I'll show it happening all the time from age to age, a very fitting subject for this stage. The universe was once an endless mass of shapeless mud mixed up with smelly gas. But all the seeds of life were hidden there. And soon, some god made many things appear. By an amazing process, he arranged that shapeless mud and smelly gas were changed into a globe where sky and sea were found, and wind and waves all swirling round and round. Then animals of every sort appeared, birds, beasts and fish, and some of them quite weird. The cause of all this wondrous creation was endless change and constant transformation. But man was needed to take care of all. Prometheus made man from a little ball of clay, and that's how human beings began. A piece of earth transformed into a man. 4 ages followed. First, the Golden Age. Men lived in peace and never thought to wage a war. The Silver Age was still quite good, but people struggled to obtain their food. The Bronze Age saw men learn to fight and kill. And then the Iron Age was all downhill. Peace, justice, love and kindness fled, and greed and fraud and violence ruled instead. Each generation then got worse and worse. It seemed mankind was nothing but a curse. Europe, the continent. Do you know how it got its name? If not, you'll find out now. Princess Europa wandered on the shore of Lebanon. She'd hardly lived a score of years. Her youth and beauty caught the eye of Jupiter. He saw some cows nearby, and once this gave the god a bright idea: disguise himself so the girl would have no fear. What is this transformation that we see? It's not what you'd expect a king to be. The ruler of the skies, the thundering god, who shakes the world's foundations with a nod, who enjoys his royal position to the full, took on the appearance of a handsome bull. All trace of godlike form was now concealed. He joined the cattle, grazing in the field. He ambled along, his coat was snowy white from head to toe, his muscles bulged, so bright were his twisted horns, they shone like pearls, and yet he seemed quite friendly, and to pose no threat. Europa saw him, and to her he appeared attractive, not menacing. At first she feared to touch him, but soon, with greater confidence, she comes up close, and to his mouth presents a handful of flowers. What joy this bull god feels! He trembles with love, and then, head over heels, he rolls around upon the golden sand, and even dares to kiss Europa's hand. You like these flowers? Now I can put aside all fear. Oh, let me stroke your snowy hide, and pat your chest. With flowers I will adorn this lovely horn. And now the other horn. Soon, sweet Europa got more daring still, and all excited sought a greater thrill. She placed herself upon his back, and rode all unsuspected, seated on the god. First, he walked gently, and then, by slow degrees, he left the meadow and approached the seas. He dipped his hooves in the water, wet his thighs, then plunged right in, and carried off his prize. Europa was terrified. She looked around, saw only sea, and feared she would be drowned. I'll hold his horns, cling tightly with my knees. Her garments fluttered in the ocean breeze. Over the waves they went. Their destination was Crete, and there, another transformation. Jupiter shed his fraudulent disguise, and as a god appeared to Europa's eyes. What happened next is hardly fit to show in public view. But now at least you know how, on a bull, Europa to Europe came, and how the continent acquired its name. How Jupiter liked to satisfy his lust, though some may view his actions with disgust or feel his antics were a source of shame. One girl thought so. Arachne was her name. Now Arachne lived a humble life, but learned the art of weaving, and through weaving earned her living and great fame. Her teacher was the goddess Minerva, who got cross because Arachne boasted she could weave much better. Minerva heard this, and the boast upset her. Arachne sang. Minerva taught me how to weave, but no one weaves as well as me. Thread the weft, right to left to right, not too tight. Minerva taught me how to weave, but no one weaves as well as me. I'm better than Minerva now. Watch and I will show you how. Minerva was angry. She went down in disguise to see if Arachne would apologize. As an old woman, the goddess called upon the boastful girl. Minerva's forehead shone with silvery hair. She hobbled in her walk and spoke the way that all old women talk. Listen to me, young girl. Do not despise the advice of a woman who is old and wise. By all means boast you weave much better than any woman in the world. You can say that. But be careful, Arachne. Don't pretend you're better than Minerva. Put an end to all your boasting. It's time to mend your ways. Listen to my advice. It always pays. Boastful Arachne, in a temper, stopped her weaving. On the floor, her shuttle dropped. You silly old woman, stop your babbling tongue. It shows what happens when you live too long. I know I weave brilliantly. In any test, I'll show Minerva that I am the best. Angry Minerva cast off her disguise. Arachne for a moment showed surprise. You are Minerva! Well, I didn't know. But let us have a contest, even so. And so Arachne's challenge still remained. She didn't know what outcome was ordained. She threaded her loom, Minerva threaded hers. They worked in silence and did not converse. Their skillful fingers flew along the threads of every colour, greens and blues and reds. Each contestant decided to portray gods and goddesses at work or play. Minerva spoke. My tapestry shows Jupiter in state with all the gods and holding a debate. And in this other picture, I can show how gods and goddesses are never slow to punish mortals who, puffed up with pride, boast of their talents. Take this as a guide. Gerana, a pretty girl, once boasted she surpassed Queen Juno in beauty. What idiocy! Juno is the wife of Jupiter the king. Gerana was a silly little thing. Juno couldn't stand the boastful talk and changed the pretty girl into a stork, an ugly bird. This shows what to expect if you don't treat the gods with due respect. Arachne didn't take this little hint. She gave Minerva no acknowledgement. Look at the pictures in my tapestry. I'll show you what fools the gods can be. Whenever they're chasing pretty girls like us, they really make themselves ridiculous. When Jupiter chased Europa by the shore, he was the saddest man you ever saw. To seduce this beautiful girl, he became a bull with horns and hooves. He really looked a fool. For Danae, he became a shower of gold. How foolish gods can be when they grow old. Down he came as a shower of golden coins, and all to satisfy his lustful loins. Arachne went on weaving her tapestry, exposing all the gods to mockery, showing them in their many transformations intended to aid them in their depredations upon young women. Her tapestry was amazing. Her artistry shone out beyond all praising. When Minerva saw Arachne's skill, she had to admire it, much against her will. The weaving was brilliant, deserving of many prizes, but made the gods look foolish in their disguises. Minerva lost her temper, seized a stick, and beat Arachne on the head. So quick was this reaction that the wretched girl got quite confused. Her mind went all a-whirl. She felt such shame. She gave up every hope of life. She looked around and saw some rope. She tried to hang herself and hung suspended from a beam. Minerva spoke. No, no. Your life's not ended. Quick death would be too easy and too kind. Here is the lingering punishment I've designed. From that beam you'll henceforth hang forever. That's your punishment for being so clever. The goddess cast a spell. Arachne's hair fell out and left her shrunken head quite bare. Her fingers, as spindly legs, grew out and spread, and from her body came a spidery thread. And so she weaves her stories night and day, like all true artists. That's the artist's way. Here ends the poem which I undertook. People will always want to read my book. You've heard my stories. Nothing can destroy the tales I've told for all men to enjoy. I've earned the right to everlasting fame, and all the world will know of Ovid's name.
I love you. I want to dance, baby.
Come on!
Oh, you're much better. Oh, I guess I need to practice, huh? Woo! Come on, show us the moves. Oh, you're silly. What?
I said, you know what I want?
Oh, you're always wanting something.
And you aren't?
Not especially.
Miss Smug.
Hey. You haven't taken this, have you? There's hardly any left.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Oh, here, look, you can have this one.
Mine was damson.
Peach, blossom, damson, they're all the same.
I do want one thing.
And what's that?
Jimmy.
Well, that's a good job, seeing as you're marrying him. Now tell me, how is it you get a fella that showers you with gifts and whisks you off to the flippin' Seychelles, and I get Mick?
Nothing wrong with Mick. You don't have to go out with him.
Oh, I just can't resist this.
Oh. You taking my eyeshadow too?
Maybe Count Rostov ate it.
Rusty wouldn't eat makeup.
He ate that bin liner.
Well, you always blame Rusty for everything. Where's Mum gone?
Doctors,
Why?
she's feeling a bit peaky.
In what way?
You haven't noticed?
No. Is it serious?
She hasn't been right for a long time now. Ever since I borrowed something.
Ever since what?
You know. And anyway, I'm not supposed to be talking about it.
What?
She made me promise.
What are you going on about?
Basically, she doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, but why not?
She doesn't want you to worry.
How come you know then, huh? She's my mum too.
Look, Dad puts too much on her. Bringing home every waif and stray. Like last weekend, that lad from the pub. Some sob story about having nowhere to stay. So Dad's like, oh sure, come stay with us. The little shit nicked 60 quid from Mum's purse.
What? She didn't tell me.
She doesn't want to upset you.
What is it with Mum? She doesn't tell me anything.
Look, I just probably shouldn't have told you. Should have gone let you thinking that the world is made of jelly beans and marshmallows or something.
Why are you doing this?
What?
You know what? So, Is it serious? What Mum has?
She's gone in for tests.
Why did she tell me? It's not right keeping people you love in the dark.
Well, she's only doing it because of what happened. Anyway, she's just glad it'll be Jimmy's responsibility soon.
It?
You.
You haven't told Jimmy, have you?
He has to know. Doesn't he? I mean, if he's marrying you, then it's only fair.
Did you tell him, Rose?
I had a small word with him. It was nothing much, and anyway, he didn't seem that surprised.
What did you tell him, Rose?
Well, just that you were highly strung and there'd been an incident.
What did you tell him?
I didn't give him any details.
I don't want him to know.
But he loves you. I mean, there shouldn't be any secrets between you and the one you love. You said that.
Well, it was just a few pills.
It was a bottle of pills, Mary. A bottle.
Well, it's over now, you know that. I'm better.
Look, you don't need to get upset. It's no big deal. Look, are we going to go out or not? Jimmy will be waiting. Come on, we're celebrating. It's your engagement.
Well, now he knows.
He knows. There's nothing to get upset about.
Well, he won't like it.
He loves you. He's marrying you.
He won't like it.
He loves you.
He doesn't like anything like this.
Like what?
Craziness.
You're not crazy. You're just highly strung. But I wasn't crazy anyway. I mean, didn't you hear the statistics? 1 in 4. 1 in 4 people at some point will have a mental breakdown. Well, there's 4 of us and you drew the short straw.
Well, it wasn't a mental breakdown.
Whatever.
I just got things out of proportion.
Right.
I'm not mad.
Well, who isn't mad? I mean, Dad's mad. Bringing in every nutter off the street. Trying to help someone. Anyone. Can't help his own flipping family. And Mum's mad. I mean, constant knot in her stomach because she feels that everything that goes wrong is her fault.
It's in the past now. Why don't you all just get that?
It's over. I get it.
So why did you have to tell Jimmy?
Look at it this way. If it was his history, you'd want to know, wouldn't you? Before committing yourself to him.
You didn't tell him because of that.
Trying to keep this family together after you. It's amazing I'm not mad.
I thought...
What? That we just forget it.
No, of course not.
No one tells you anything because they're terrified you'll do it again.
Jimmy is the only one who treats me like I'm normal. To him, I'm just normal. That's what's so good about it.
I could do with that drink, so we spent long enough dolling ourselves up. Let's go and have some fun. Jimmy will be waiting.
What do I say to him? Rose?
So Someone had to tell him. He had to know.
But not now. Not after you just asked me to marry him.
I forgot, I got you something. It's blusher. I only want you to be happy. You do know that. You... Big sis. Sis. Please.
No, sorry, I wasn't, not you, but the other.
It's me she's after. Yeah. Bear with, will you? I've all just got to do this. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah, he's called Ray as well. It's,
well, what are the chances?
It's not such a strange name.
Oh, absolutely no. I never meant, like, two blokes called Ray working together here. Not such a common name, who'd have thought?
He's R-E-Y, American.
Oh, right. Does he look American to you?
No. More Mexican, to be honest. Names, eh? Names and faces. Time will pass pretty quickly, I won't even know who I am. Oh, not a very nice thought, and today of all days, eh? Anyway, what brings you in here? Something special, eh? Eh?
Pardon?
Just that we don't see much of you. Not enough, to be honest.
Well, so my garden's a mess. Why not come straight out with it?
No. Your garden, do as you wish. Free country. Don't like gardening myself, to be honest. It's why I live in a flat. No, yeah. So, haven't they done a fantastic job here, eh? I love Valentine's. All the flowers, the cards, the colours. Something special in the air, eh?
I'm looking for Adele.
Okay, Adele.
I'm on my lunch.
Okay, Adele. I can call her for you if you want.
Thank you.
No worries, madam. 150, calling 107. Do you copy? Over. O is an exclamation and not a number. Over. Look, the company has rules. We're all very busy. There's no need to be rude. Over. This is 150, not Raymond. Over. Because your mother's here. Over. We're in the start of romance. Over. Copy that. Over and out. She's on her way. She was in perennials.
150, 107. What's wrong with the name?
Oh, security, Avril. Yeah. Safeguarding it in case people are listening in. Cybercrime, it's the big thing nowadays. Identity theft.
Oh. Well, they can have mine any day they want. Any Anyway, sweet of you to call 107 for a mum, 150 over. Only I'm on a schedule, see, you don't know what they're like at my place. 2 minutes late and I've got Grimley on my back, never mind cybercrime. Over.
Okay, take your point. Modern technology, eh? Time was, and you'd have had to go down to Perennials to see her yourself, you know. No, joking. Joking, I wouldn't make you do that.
People really buying this crap.
I should say so. It is the season, it's flying off.
I brought this round.
Oh.
You alright?
Yes, fine.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I opened it by mistake. I didn't do it on purpose. I just wasn't thinking. Well, you don't, do you, Ray?
Yeah, like how many times?
I didn't do it on purpose.
What is it?
I don't know, 150. Do you want to have a little look?
Nobody likes a smart ass, Adele. Sorry, pardon the French. It looks like a card to my untutored eye. Secret Valentine, eh? Eh, Adele?
Oh my God.
What? What happened?
The days are passing, season on season. No longer can I find a good reason for keeping inside what I need to say. Now, finally, after months of waiting, goodbye caution, no hesitating. My ardour speaketh bold upon this special day. Be my Valentine, I pray.
Oh, that is so sweet.
What?
My secret admirer. Has he written anything?
Oh my God, look here.
May the miles between us now become the miles we travel together through life. Oh.
It's a nice thought, isn't it, Avril?
Yeah, get a life, Raymond.
Someone I know.
I don't know, Mum, but to be honest, they're better off keeping it a secret. Become the miles we travel together through life. Jesus Christ.
I loved all this when I was her age, all the romance. What about you, Ray?
Are you taking the piss, Mum?
Oh, well, maybe this is a little bit tacky, but all the
Tacky?
same.
Oh, really? No, just a bit. My ardour speaketh bold. I mean, what? So, what's your excuse this time then, Mum?
Yeah.
I never thought. I just saw Ms. A. Stipley written there. No.
No. Mum, it's red as a pepper. A hot red pepper. Look, you get brochures, brown envelopes, like, oh, what's the tax man after now then?
Is it Scotch bonnet red, eh?
Oh, thank you, 150. That's not helpful.
0. I was just keeping on with the pepper theme. That was.
I never remembered it was Valentine's. If I had have, I would have known, wouldn't I?
Know what?
Well, it's not mine, obviously. As soon as I opened it, I saw the card. I came straight round. I never read it, Addie, I swear.
It could have been for you.
Liz.
May the miles between us become the bloody Atlantic Ocean.
Well, there's one pair of gloves you won't have to buy.
Unless she guesses who it's from. Back in the day, if you guessed who it was from, you'd send a pair of gloves. That was the tradition.
150. You know, I never knew that was your age, Ray.
Respect, Adele, please. That was just the tradition, wasn't it, Ray?
Yes, it is. Well, was. Back in my day, if you
1866.
would,
Shush.
the girl would send a pair of gloves if she worked out who it was from. Don't know what the blokes did though. Oh, the blokes had sent the cards, obviously. You know, it's really interesting. In Wales, the blokes didn't send cards. It was spoons, carved with symbols, Welsh dragons, harps, keys to their hearts. My mother, she had a lovely one. But
I'm sorry,
beautifully
are we on
carved.
flog it or what?
If you want to reciprocate, you send gloves. It's that simple.
Reciprocate? Really? Yeah, send this wanker a ticket to fecking Scotland. He wants to get out more.
Oh, send him one of my Thompson brochures.
The days are passing, season on season.
Well, some you win, some you don't, Addie. Look, I've got to get back. Grimley calls. I'm sorry I opened your card, even though, you know, I don't usually.
No worries, Mum. To
be honest, I'm glad that you did. I don't think I could have handled all this excitement by myself. I may have hyperventilated and needed a drink.
Oh, you. Cheers, Ray. The start of romance. Happy Valentine's. What a load of rubbish.
I'm not doing perennials all week, am I, Ray? Hello? 107 to 150. Come in, please. Over.
What?
My schedule.
Oh, you're in here tomorrow taking all this lot down and then back on perennials.
No. Are you joking? Do you know how cold it is out there? Nobody else has to do perennials more than 2 times a week.
See for yourself.
Child exploitation or what? When was the last time that Millie did perennials, eh? Or Chris? Or any of them old ones?
Chris is 30.
Yeah, and your point is?
He's not old.
Yeah, that's right, one further.
It's just random. It's the way the rota works.
Did you fill this all in?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. It's a hard job. It's a bit like herding cats, to be honest, but somebody has to do it, and it's my job, so I do it as well as I can.
Oh my God. My ardor speaketh bold. It's from you. This fecking card is yours. Oh my God, you perv!
No, I didn't. It wasn't
You
to.
total pedo! I can't believe this. Oh my God, I feel sick.
I didn't mean it to be for you.
Mean it? You didn't mean it. How is this not meant?
No,
You go out and you buy a card, yes?
you don't.
Yeah? You write this crap in it,
Well, yeah,
yes?
but I mean, what
Yeah? You put it in an envelope,
No, but-
you put a stamp on it, you go out and you
Adele,
post it.
Adele.
That is so meant. How is that not meant?
But I didn't send it to
Oh
you.
my God, I feel sick. What planet are you
Adele.
on? Me?
I-
You? Fecking gloves! Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm telling the
Adele.
boss about this. And
Adele.
Mum, she is so gonna hate you. Oh Adele, I never sent the blooming card. Oh, lock you up and throw away the fecking key.
Adele.
107 to control, over. Pervert. 107 to control, are you in the office? Over.
Adele.
Get a life. 107 to control, I have a serious complaint.
I never said I didn't send the blooming card. What are you, stupid or something? Oh no, not you, Ray. Sorry, no, I was talking to. Oh, never mind. Look, Ray, would you mind just keeping an eye on all of this? I've the office, you know, and oh, excuse me. 150, over. Yes, okay, yes. I'm in the start of romance, over. I'm on my way, over and out.
SA Chief Rome withdraws forgery charge against the Munich Post. Hitler Party to pay legal costs. Latest. Nazis rife with blackmail and buggery. Only in the Munich Post.
Commie lies.
No, it's Hitler's own top aide accusing Rome of sodomy, corruption of minors, espionage, breaking and entering with intent to steal, and being rude about Dr. Goebbels. Read all about your own party, only in the Munich Post.
You watch your steps, Squid, or you're going to regret it.
If Hitler Party members' fingers aren't in each other's arses, they're in each other's purses. Extra!
I'm warning you!
Hitler Party member attacks paperboy in broad daylight. Read it in the Munich Post.
My friends say it's dangerous what we're doing here, sir.
How much did you tell them?
Only what we've printed.
Good, don't say any more.
Can they really do anything to people like us?
You know better than most, Founder. And if you want to get out of this at any time, you tell me. I owe you all that, especially you. Sticking your neck out is not your job.
My boyfriend says Munich Post is scaremongering.
Yeah, sensationalist yellow press muckraker, I've heard it. We stink because we get our hands dirty digging around in the muck for stories they haven't heard of yet. We tell them about Nazi violence, blackmail, gross indecency, and they blame us for telling them about it.
But there is lots of other news too, sir. I mean,
Have you ever heard that man speak?
not likely.
I have. Back when he was shouting at a couple of dozen fellas down in a cellar. And I said to myself then, if ever that man gets any real audience, an audience that listens to him, I will fight him till this country has nothing like him ever again. Even though back then he looked like wasn't worth the trouble, just a few louts tying tin cans to cattails. I never knew how far he would come.
Are they dangerous? Honestly.
To cats? No. I don't know. Potentially. Look, this country's gone mad, but not that mad.
Police report last night. Near Rosenheim, police confiscated a cache of arms from SA members, including 1 machine gun, 1,358 sticks of ammunition, 84 Very pistols, and 3 rifles. Near Sprendlingen, the local branch leader of the Nazi Party said, all public offices will be occupied by the SA within 2 minutes of midnight in the event of Hitler's election to the presidency.
But they can't do that, surely.
It's what they think they can do. That's what we got to get out there for everybody to read.
Oh, we'll print it. They do it, they think it, we'll print it, so everyone in this damn country can read their minds.
But we had Rom, his personal marching orders for the SA, all over the front page, 2 days from the first ballot. And what good did that do? You tell me.
Hitler got less than a quarter of the vote here in Bavaria.
Yeah, and nearly a third over the whole country, because there's nothing to connect him with anything Rom and the SA do. Never for certain. Not even this. The local branch leader said it, he didn't.
Ah, he's that clever.
But look, sir, he supported Rom all the way through the blackmail case with us. And he lost. And he won't get the communist vote this second ballot, will he? Even if he got all the other minorities, he still has less than Hindenburg.
If he survives all our revelations, his whole party will survive them.
What I'm afraid of is after this, Hindenburg will have no option. He'll have to use his emergency powers to ban the SA and the SA. The public don't know the difference. He'll look too weak to re-elect if he doesn't.
Then we're winning.
Don't you believe it, Wanda? Do you think there aren't people out there that don't go to rallies, hate all this violence, couldn't bring themselves to support these lowlives in a million years? But you just let General Hindenburg use his undemocratic powers to pass some undemocratic measures, then you just watch them. Well, why ban the extreme right when the extreme left doesn't look any better? Not to decent people trying to mind their own business and keep politics out of it. After all the police found last night were paper plans and signal pistols.
You think the Nazis might get the sympathy vote?
Who would you choose? If it wasn't for Hindenburg, there'd be no alternative.
To hell with Hindenburg. What about the parliamentary elections?
I don't know. As you say, Hitler's so damn careful to keep his nose clean. And he's a personality, Julius admitted. He says all the right, extreme right things, and he says them loudly.
I've got something.
What is it?
Him. Nothing within the National Socialist movement happens without my knowledge or without my approval. More than that, nothing happens without my wish.
He'd never say.
His words.
Inside source. We got it!
Yes! Hindenburg president, outright majority. Read it in the Munich Post.
Hitler's vote up 6.5%. National Socialist closes the gap. Only in the People's Observer.
Parliamentary election, National Socialists failed to take Bavaria.
Nazis storm the Reichstag with 162 votes.
No overall majority in Reichstag. Hitler holds bare quarter of seats in home parliament.
National Socialism takes the lead in Germany. Chancellor Brüning cannot form a majority government without the National Socialists.
Chancellor Brüning fails to form majority coalition with National Socialists.
Chancellor Brüning resigns.
Hindenburg appoints Franz von Papen Chancellor.
Chancellor von Papen repeals Hindenburg's ban on the SA and the SS.
Papen calls new elections.
There's 20 odd dead I heard of. Hundreds injured. Dozens that I saw myself. A bugger the first day. Get this on paper.
But are you alright?
No, I'm not. Headline: Nazi violence.
Okay, but did they start it?
Or marching in a working class district where the commies are strongest. Deliberate fucking provocation.
Where did the communists get their ammunition?
Oh yeah, I wish the commies would stick to pebbles and sticks so that Hitler's Russian emigre backers can't say they've got Bolshevik support. This last month, they've been getting killed. It started as soon as Papen repealed the SA ban. Everyone can see that. They're only fighting back. Even communists have the democratic right to hold public meetings without getting attacked by a private fucking army.
Papen repealed the ban to win the Nazis over.
How anyone can even think of voting for a party that blathers on about Jewish stock corrupting Aryan morals and airy-fairy and blue eyes, and it's run by a blackmailing Charlie Chaplin lookalike, an ex-airman who's too fat and stuffed with diamonds to get up off the ground, a plug-ugly bruiser who believes in fairies, a staff officer who runs petting parties for his troops, and a propaganda officer who looks like a rat on one stilt, and who propagates himself by screwing every actress who isn't already screwed down.
And now all this.
Fuck, it's the Jews I feel sorry for. They can see what sort of Christian charity they can
Well,
expect.
perhaps we should run another editorial on them.
Well, it's no good. You remember Hitler's secret plans for the Jews exclusive last winter? What happened? He got his biggest vote ever. Frankly, no one gives a shit about the Jews except themselves. Look, unemployment's at 5 million, the mark's going down the pan, the government's full of barons and field marshals, democracy's gone to hell, and no one can even leave their house without running into a fight on their doorstep. It's no good trying to interest anyone in Nazi plan to disenfranchise the Jews and use them as slave labour. No. Stick to what's happening on the streets now where they can see it. And make sure somebody sees what it bloody means. The working class vote may save us, yeah. Something bloody has to.
60 more Nazi seats in the Reichstag. Read all about it.
Nazis failed to take clear majority.
Papen declares martial law. Unite to fight this tyranny.
Papen dissolves Reichstag, calls new elections.
Again, huh?
You watch your step, Mr. Gutter Editor. We're nearly there. Guess who's going to be first against the firing squad?
Reckon Hitler's just about broke by now. All these elections, eh, Mr. Gruber?
Election ladies!
Latest election!
A toast to the Munich Post.
And the common sense majority. In the end, it had to be.
Out on his arse!
But our job's not over yet. They're still the biggest party.
Yeah, with less than a third of the Reichstag, first drop in their vote in 3 years.
And the communists and all the other votes have gone up.
Yeah, so the tide's turning. So much for all Hitler's grovelling to the working class. I mean, joining in the strike, for fuck's sake.
Are we winning, sir?
Not while there's still a Nazi on the streets. So long as they're at war with truth and decency, we're at war with them, even if we are on our own.
Well, we're not anymore.
I don't know, I hope not. But we give up when they give up, not a moment before.
Christ, it feels good for the moment though, admit it.
The question is, will Papen be able to form a government? There's never going to be a coalition with the Nazis, not with street violence on the increase. Everyone must see that now. Martial law or no martial law, there must be, Papen cannot handle Hitler.
Yeah, but at least his cover's blown. I mean, if he's obviously worse than ever, good. That's what we need him to be.
So long as we're not the only ones reporting it.
Well, like you say, everyone can see it now. I mean, look at old Hindenburg. He's never going to offer him the chancellorship again. He can't stand the sight of the oily little prick.
So who for chancellor?
Papen's resigned.
I knew it! In the end, it had to be.
And?
Hindenburg sent for him.
He'll never take the job on Hindenburg's terms. Parpin will be back by December.
And call an election again?
Well, Christ, no one will vote. That's 5 fucking elections this year. The country's sick and tired.
I'm afraid that's just how he needs it to be.
But it's him they're sick of.
What's the murder count today?
1.
2 that I know of.
Check. And put it on the front page. We're going on with this. Anyone want out? Say so now.
Not on your life. Not now we're so close.
That's the most dangerous time. Vanda, you're better off well out of this.
No, I'm staying with you.
She needs the job, Martin.
I mean, he can't. After all this, how can he? No, I'm staying.
Julius?
Somebody's got to. So they can't say no one lifted a finger to... Just so long as Hindenburg gets the Munich Post on his desk every day.
Big headlines. Just in case that's all he reads.
Yes, sir.
Nazi death squad murder in Frankfurt.
Papen appointed Chancellor after twice defeated at polls.
Nazi death squad murder in Thuringia.
Papen out. General von Schleicher.
Nazi
Chancellor.
death squad bloodbath in Dresden.
Von Schleicher fails to form a coalition.
Horrendous political bloodbath. 19 shots.
Schleicher must go. Official.
Hitler, what have you done to Germany?
Hitler. The way lies clear.
It can't happen. The whole country's made it obvious what they think, sir, 5 times this year.
Hindenburg can't appoint Papen again, my dear. That's pretty obvious now.
But how can that only leave Hitler? I mean...
Germany hasn't been a real working democracy, not since the deadlocks in Parliament started. That allowed Hindenburg to use his emergency powers. And I suppose that gets people used to the idea of government over the heads of Parliament. Dictatorship, in a word.
But this isn't Italy or the Soviet Union. We've reported everything they've done. Everybody knows.
They know.
What's all this about Schleicher?
You tell us.
They say he's planning a military coup, going to kidnap Hindenburg before he can announce a new chancellor.
Who says? Goebbels?
Well, probably. It's his style. But it's getting around. Christ, it's not as if martial law's unthinkable anymore. And if enough people think it, fucking Hitler can act on it.
But Papen wanted martial law. Schleicher was going to form a coalition with the
Hitler
Nazis.
knows whose side Hindenburg's on.
Because Hindenburg's on whichever side can form a government, by coalition or whatever, and with whoever. Anything for a show of constitutionality. Schleicher couldn't do it.
But Papen can't either. Well, Hitler definitely can't. But no one trusts anyone. How did we end up like this?
Democracy, darling.
Munich Post.
I'm in a telephone booth outside the Chancellery. He's in there.
Hindenburg sent for him?
Again? Well, how many times now?
He's been in there about an hour and a half. And there's a crowd. Bigger every minute. Not a sound. His car's waiting outside.
What happened to the anti-Hitler rally yesterday?
Oh, it happened. Working people too, not just commies. Estimated 100,000 turned out.
100,000?
Oh, could have been 1 million, still not enough. If Papen gets it into Hindenburg's head that they've got a workable coalition under Hitler...
Hitler, Papen and the nationalists wouldn't last a month.
Well, neither will Hindenburg. I bet these kidnap rumours have put the wind up him. Probably finish him off.
Help get the crowds out, though.
Are they pro-Hitler?
They don't know what they want. Why should they? Oh, a nice little tidbit. Certain circles are saying that Hitler's got at Hindenburg with that well-tried party tactic blackmail. Promised to hush up Hindenburg's little financial shenanigans if he's appointed Chancellor.
Is it true?
Oh, God knows. They're also saying he's promised Hindenburg to bring back the monarchy when the old geezer dies.
Don't hold your breath, Hindenburg, please.
Hang on, I'm running out of change. I'll phone you back when something happens.
Yeah, okay.
Economics rule to the last.
The last?
We're still going on.
Well, as long as we're still legal.
They can't ban the free press, surely.
Well, who's left to object if he does?
Now, we haven't exactly been allaying their suspicions, especially since the economic crisis, and that's exactly what this is. And he knows it. The left are stuck with a class base for its vote, so's the centre, but he can go for any base of discontent the clouds will allow.
But his vote has just been going down.
Well, it got him a boot in the doorway first, and that's all he needed.
Julius!
He's out, getting into his car, across the square to the Kaiserhof.
What's that noise?
The crowd cheering.
Cheering what?
I can't see from here, but I can see a brown shirt grinning from ear to ear.
Thanks. Take care.
Are you ready, Lord Cole?
Yes?
I will count you in when the music fades out.
Understood.
On camera 1, sound ready, teleprompt on, cue music. Ready, Lord Cole? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening to you all. This is my last appearance as President of the International Olympic Committee. I could not have wished for a more fitting finale. The Olympics representatives from Northern Ireland and the UK have surpassed all our expectations. For the first time, we have topped the medal tables in the modern Olympics, beating both the USA and China. Our athletes have won 102 medals, including 40 gold. A truly stunning performance that has surpassed by a considerable margin the results of the last home games in London in 2012 and subsequent games. It is especially pleasing that our most successful games took place in the Lady Jessica Ennis Stadium here in Sheffield, in the heart of Yorkshire. Sheffield fully deserved to be chosen as the Olympic venue in this year, 2032. Since 2012, Yorkshire have regularly featured in the top 10 of the medal tables in their own right. Yorkshire have given the world a truly memorable event, and one that will live long in all our memories. Who could forget that amazing opening ceremony, the synchronized whippet walking, and the Calendar Girls tribute band singing so beautifully all 17 verses of Ilkley Mór Ba Tat, naked and in a hailstorm of epic proportions. So brave. My one regret is that following their declaration of independence, this will be the last games in which Yorkshire will compete as part of Team GB. In future, they will participate as the People's Republic of Yorkshire. We wish them well. Their valuable contribution to our medal success, their gamesmanship, generosity, and their unique sense of humour will be sorely missed. As I step down as President of the IOC, I could not miss the opportunity to pay tribute to Lord Boris Johnson of Docklands. Boris wanted his legacy of the 2012 Games to be fully realised by the youth of our country. And I know how delighted he will be by the way in which they have responded. I ask you all to remember the contribution that he made to that success. Lord Johnson was devastated to miss these games. Actually, he completely missed the Jessica Ennis Stadium in his courageous attempt to recreate the parachute entry that was so significant made by our late Queen Elizabeth in 2012. I am happy to report that he is recovering from his injuries. He was able to watch the games from his hospital bed and is recuperating in his home in the newly refurbished Buckingham Palace, bequeathed to him in her will by a grateful and much missed monarch. I know how much his contribution made to the success of these games, and I will be passing on the many wishes, messages of good wishes that have been passed to me when I visit him later in the palace immediately after this broadcast. I can now announce that as a permanent reminder of his contribution to the Olympic Games since 2012, we will be erecting the world's longest zip wire from across the Thames from Docklands. It will be known as the Boris Zip and will be opened frequently. People from all over the world will be able to come and take a jump in his memory. Thank you all for your support of the Sheffield 2032 Games as spectators, volunteers, coaches, officials, and of course Olympians. I think I can truly say that the legacy which Lord Johnson and myself hope to leave in 2012 has been fully realised in this year, 2032. Thank you and good night.
That were fine, Lord Cole. Your chauffeur is waiting to take you to the palace now.
Thank you, and please thank my team. Good night. Boris, sorry I'm late. You know what these TV people are like.
Oh, good to see you, sir, old chap. I see you haven't quite decided whose side you're on yet, eh?
What's that, Charles and Camilla, the corgis?
Yes, randy devils, always at it.
At their age? Surely not.
No, not Charles and Camilla. No, not the corgis, the bloody corgis.
Right, sorry. What were they doing here anyway?
Oh, they have an apartment in the West Wing. Queen made it part of the arrangements when she left me the palace. They're no trouble. More than I can say for the bloody corgis. Had to accommodate them too. Breed like rabbits. They'll take over the place. Drink, old chap?
Sorry, I won't just now, but
Don't
don't
mind
let
if
me
I do.
stop you, of course.
Never done in the past.
How are you?
Oh, fine. Quack says I'll be on my feet again in a couple of weeks. God-awful place, Sheffield. Bloody windy that night. Hailstones the size of marbles. I hear you almost cancelled the Calendar Girls tribute. I landed in a muck heap on some fella's farm. Soft landing, thank God. They say muck's lucky.
Not for the first time you got out of the shit.
Not exactly a smelling of bruises this time, sir. But I didn't bring you here just to talk about manure, although I may be in it again.
Perhaps I will have that drink.
Help yourself, mate.
Oh, don't stay, it's fine. Thank you. Good health.
Eventually.
Okay, tell me, what have you done this time?
Well, we both wanted the same thing in 2012, didn't we?
Yes, best games ever.
Yes, but there was more than that, wasn't there? we wanted to leave a legacy. You wanted more people to participate in sport, and I wanted to beat the Americans, top the medal table.
Well, we both have our legacy now. We've inspired a generation of athletes to top the table and beaten the Americans. What else? What's the problem?
Well, you see, I always thought it would take more than just inspiration. We needed something else. An edge. Something to help things along.
Not drugs, Boris. Tell me it
No, not drugs, not drugs. That's far too easy to trace these days.
Bribery. You have some form there, Boris. Allegedly.
No, that was commission. I mean, you can't sell aircraft in certain countries of the world without it. It eases the path, the flight path. Besides, you couldn't be sure that enough athletes would actually take a dive, not with a gold medal at stake. And besides, too many people would have to know. Bound to leak, far too risky. Now, much easier using bribery to get the Olympic venue.
So, was that how you got the Sheffield Games? So soon after London? Well, I know home advantage was a great help in 2012. That's it. Of course. That was your edge. Of course. Home advantage.
No comment. But home advantage wasn't quite enough for us to top the medal table in 2012, was it? I needed more than that.
Well, what? We were both running the games together in 2012, and I mean, why did you keep me in the dark? Look, I need to know, Boris. Tell me the truth. Am I in the proverbial tube?
No, relax, have a drink, calm your nerves.
I think I might need it.
No, you're in the clear. That's why I didn't tell you. Need to know basis. Been keeping leaders around the world safe for years. No, I did this all on my own, son.
So it was illegal. In that case, why are you telling me now?
Because I need to know whose side you're on, Seb. This near-death experience with the parachute, it's got me thinking. I can't go to my grave knowing if what I did was wrong or not.
Okay, get it off your chest.
I always thought we needed about 15 to 20 more gold medals to top the table. Not a huge number, I'm sure you'll agree. Then I had an idea to help things along. It was really, really simple, and no one at the IOC, including yourself, need ever be involved. You remember those gift bags we gave to every athlete in 2012?
Yes, I do.
Well, at the time, of course, we were quite rightly concerned about AIDS and STDs, so into every packet we dropped a packet of contraceptives.
Very sensible. With the amount of testosterone flying around.
Indeed. Well, just so happens the CEO of the supplier, old chum of mine from Eton, had a batch, date expired, which fortuitously found their way into the bags of the British team.
What a stroke of luck. What were the chances of that happening? I see now. So there was a distinct possibility that we would produce enough babies who might become Olympians in 2032. Enough to make the difference, perhaps. Just enough. Clever.
Indeed, and with both parents Olympians, it would be like taking a champion mare to stud.
My God, I did notice that a number of the athletes this year were, obviously, the mothers of previous Olympians. But I never thought anything of it.
Well, why would you? It wasn't many. Just enough. Just enough to give us that edge. Beat the Yanks to the top of the table.
Well, I don't know what to say.
No, don't say anything, Seb. Just be thankful for old human nature.
And testosterone.
Yes, and without drugs. But was it legal, Seb? I need to know.
Well, no. Of course you know that. But, of course, a good lawyer might just persuade a court that chance played a major part. But is it morally right?
I'm a politician, not a theologian. Legal's good enough for me.
I really do need to consult a higher authority on this. It really is a moral issue. I think perhaps we should consult our spiritual leader, Imam Balala. She might have a view.
Can I make a suggestion?
By all means.
Why don't you ask the Pope? I'm sure she would agree. After all, the conceptions were all natural.
You never change, Boris. You're a politician to the end. Whatever we do, you'll bounce back. You're like a rubber ball.
No, not a rubber ball. A rubber Johnson.
I don't get it.
Oh, come on, Rubber Johnson. Rubber Johnny. Oh, keep up, Sam. You're much quicker than that. I only hope Private Eye are a bit quicker on the uptake and get rid of Bojo. I've always hated that nickname. Rubber Johnny, I love it. Hey, I wonder if they make Rubber Johnny for the corgis. Oh, bugger, that hurts.
Serves you right, you old rogue.
Made in Italy, my arse. Hi, Mum. Mum, it's me. How are you? What are you doing? Oh. Well, it's going to be lonely, initially. You were married for 42 years. That's a long time to be with Dad. Yeah, landed this morning. Long plane trip, 9 hours. No, of course. Well, it's no longer business class. It's no longer first class because they call it business class now, but they still charge you the same. No, I couldn't sleep on the plane. Not even with a good bottle of wine down me. I got a taxi from the airport, went straight to the main factory. Why? I wanted to see what it was like when they didn't know I was coming. Spur of the moment tour, something like that. Yep, definitely. Management very shocked to see me. Of course I did it on purpose. To see it for what it was, for real, not the dog and pony show they used to drag out for Dad and me when I went with him. He used to love it. I always felt something was not quite... So, what are you doing right now? Don't cry, Mum. You're a highly intelligent woman. Go use your brain. Okay, volunteer or go to the gym then. Get busy if you're bored. Do something worthwhile. Help others, for God's sake. Look, Mum, I need to ask you something. Now, don't think I'm off my trolley, promise? You promise? Okay. What would you say makes life worth living? No, Mum, I haven't had a drink. Come on, Mummy, what would you say makes life worth living? Because I value your opinion. I'm not planning on topping myself. I've just inherited over £2 million in the family business. Am I stupid or what? Okay, all right, so you're not going to help me here, are you? I'm sorry I asked. No, don't worry. Don't cry. I love you, you know that. We will get through this together, no matter what. Mum, did you ever visit Dad's factories out here? You know, like when you were here on holidays? What did you see? I mean, the people working there. I'm not talking strangely. You know I can't come home. I've got a factory to run, factories. Why don't you call Aunt Tilly, go out to dinner tonight, or go to a show? I said tonight, not now. Mum, when you visited with Dad at the factory, did you ever see them making shoes? Women's high heels? No. Me neither. Till today. I love you too. No, not to worry, I'm fine. I have a dinner date tonight. You'd like him, he's rich. No, he's not foreign, he's pale, a sort of beige colour you'd approve. I'm not belittling you. I love you, Mummy. Go out tonight, enjoy life. God forbid I belittle you. Don't do this to yourself, Kath. You're better than this. Someone help me. Only I believed in a God. Yes?
I have come to turn down your bed, madame.
Oh, I think I can do that all by myself. Thanks anyway.
It is part of the service, madame. If I do not do this, I will get in trouble.
Oh, okay. Come in. Just don't call me madame. I hate madame. It sounds like I own a brothel.
Pardon?
Nothing. Nothing. So what's your name?
Sorry?
Your name. You do have one.
But of course.
Well?
Nobody ever asked me this.
Promise I won't tell anyone.
Agni. It is Agni. It means fire.
I like that. I really like that. Good name for a woman. I wish my name meant fire.
And what does it mean? Your name? May I ask, may I ask?
Ask away. My name's Catherine.
Oh, that is a good name, is it not?
I don't know, is it?
In some cultures, it means one who is innocent.
Well, there's the icing on the cake. After what I've seen today, I'll be changing my name very quickly. Is there a name that means one who is no longer innocent?
Mary Magdalene?
Perfect! Christ's repentant prostitute. So you're not only fiery, you're intelligent, Agni. What are you doing here, turning down people's beds, or should I say white people's beds?
Madame?
And don't call me Madame, please. I've had an entire bloody day of Madames. What would you like to see next, Madame? Madame, this is highly unusual to employ these young persons. We just like to help out the local families, Madame. It is not our usual practice. If only you told us you were coming, Madame. Jesus Christ!
Well, a very good man by all accounts. Apologies. Why do you ask this? What name means no longer innocent?
You're very serious, aren't you? So, seriously, Agni, I didn't have a very nice day today. I saw something. Something I didn't know still existed. Bloody eye-opener, something awful. And what's worse, I am now responsible for it, Agni.
And so, you are no longer innocent.
Mary Magdalene at your service. I thought I could share it with my mum. I just called her for advice. Absolutely useless. Highly intelligent, lonely widow and very depressed. Do you have a mum?
But of course, everyone has a mom.
Do you live with her? Is it okay for me to ask you these questions?
It is unusual, but I like it.
You are a human being, Agni. We all are. We need to... Please sit down. Or do you have to go?
The penthouse is always my last room of the day. I have already signed out.
Would you like a drink, Agni?
Oh, I do not drink alcohol, Catherine.
Very intelligent. If you don't mind, I'll have another. Oh, there's a bottle of water in the bar. Would you like it?
Yes, I would like that very much.
Oh, I've got it.
So, it was not a good day?
No. I flew in from London this morning and...
And you saw something awful. So, what was it you wanted to tell me? Or perhaps ask me?
You sound like my old form tutor.
Your what?
You sound older than your years. How old are you?
Oh, I am soon to be 18. And you?
30. Going on 100. And you work here full time as a maid?
During the day. Evenings I work in a call center, and 2 nights I study.
So when do you get to play?
Sorry? Oh, sometimes I play with the children, younger brothers and sister, but mostly I look after adult humans.
I mean, when do you get to go out and enjoy it? Party, dance, go to the cinema?
sometimes I get to see lives change, which brings pleasure. Life is not always easy, Catherine, here in my country. My father died. I help my mother, my mom now. We have 4 boys and 1 girl to put through school.
My father died 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I am sorry. Mine? Over 2,000 years ago. My father was an old soul, Catherine.
What? Well, what are you talking about?
Actually, my mother's husband, my father, died 3 years, 4 months and 2 days. My mother still counts every morning. Difficult, is it not? And do you help your mom?
I don't know how I could do that. She doesn't really need me. She's so unhappy right now.
Every mother needs her daughter. Now, look, I will have to go soon. Go to my call center. I am on call often. So, what was it you wanted to tell me, or perhaps ask me?
How did you know I wanted to ask you something? You're very clever, Agni. You shouldn't be doing manual labour. You're far too intelligent to be a maid. So many women are. I didn't mean to insult you. That was actually a compliment, at least I think it was. I'm very confused today.
Everyone is allowed to be confused sometimes. But from what I have seen, if you don't mind my saying, alcohol always seems to make it worse.
Why wasn't I that smart at 17? Agni, I know we don't know each other, but I would like to ask you something. May I? Could you tell me what makes life worth living?
Oh? It is a philosophical conversation you want, is it not?
I guess you could call it that.
Do you know the story of Eos, a Greek goddess?
No.
She was in love with a mortal named Tithonus. She could not bear the idea that one day he would die and she would be without him, so she begged Zeus to save him, make him live forever. And so Zeus granted her wish. What Eos had forgotten to ask for was that he remained the same young age she knew him to be. And so she was doomed to watch him grow very old, unappealing, frail, infirm, and in agony, forever and ever.
And?
She should have treasured what she had at the moment, and not worry about keeping it all forever. I have to go now. I have enjoyed our conversation.
Are you working tomorrow, Agni?
Yes, but not here. Although you do not ask me, may I make 2 suggestions? Call your mom. She needs you. And those terrible things you saw today, the ones you are now responsible for, change them, or you will be doomed to live with them forever. You have a good conscience, Catherine. You will do well, I promise you.
Hello, may I speak with the manager here? Hello, Andre, is it? Catherine DeWitt here, up in the penthouse. I'm very well, thank you. You have a delightful employee named Agni, do you not? I assure you, you do. She's the maid for the penthouse. And the fact that you don't know her tells me you shan't miss her. Please tell her to come and see me as soon as possible. She has an entirely new job. With me, should she so wish. Mum? Mummy, what would you say to going into business with your daughter?
The rest